Like,
All right, here we go. We are live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. My name is Kurt Roskoff. I'm here in this collaborative format for a great show, Blue Collar Crypto Show. We're doing this collaboratively as part of what we do here at the World of Ability Podcast Network. And we have our podcast engineer, Emily Gomer, working hard in the background, making sure we're coming out to you live stream in good shape, creating these videos and recordings and everything with this work we do with Tim Torosian out there in Madison, Wisconsin. And Blue Collar Crypto Show is inspired from the resource of cryptocurrency. Tim has a heart for all of the blue collar workers out there. So, in a year of programming, you're hearing him talk about side hustles and moonlighting and working multiple jobs to pay the bills, issues if you have more month than money, and all of this stuff that as we try to partake in the economy, whether it's real estate, whatever it may be, all these work from home platforms, all these tools, things of banking, so on and so forth. Tim is coming in here as our chief economist and trying to help our blue collar workers realize some things that they can do to help improve their situation. Just get the conversation going. So feel free on these shows to put your comments, make your reactions. If you like anything we're saying here, go ahead and share it out to your social media feeds and say, hey, Tim has really got a point here. Hey, Tim, what's your point today? What do you bring to us for the Blue Collar Crypto Show right now, January 2025?
well, thank you, Kurt. I'm just gonna pass along a statistic. I can't tell you where it's from. I'm not going to quote the source, but most people have got to have a side hustle today to make it. Let's call it a family unit. They need a side hustle. Hey, it's not an odd thing that you do. Family isn't strange. None of this stuff is multi-level marketing anymore. It's real. You can make yourself thousands of dollars, and that'll put you over the top. Maybe that'll pay for Christmas. Hey, so it's not like you're doing something that's not a real job today, because there's so many varieties of what a real job is. Um, there's so many varieties of employment now. Remote is not remote anymore. A lot of companies just want you to stay at home and do your job just like you would punched in every day, except you can water your plants and you can take as many bathroom breaks as you want, and you can eat at your desk. And I mean, it's your home. You can work off of a computer, and it's the same as if you had just drove to your job and punched, waited for your lunch break, waited for 5 o'clock, whatever, east, west, So the varieties is, multi-level marketing is pretty much a word of the past. Yes, is it one of those things? Of course. That's how most things are sold today, right? You get hired, bring somebody else, you get money from what they do. You get incentives. Let's see. You you're entrepreneurial, right? But it doesn't have to be. You can work for a company and still be entrepreneurial today. You can work for a company and still have your own business and treat you're working for a company like it is your own company, because you're sitting at home. So there's a lot of pretending that's just fine here. Let's pretend that we own our own companies, because that's what they want us to do. They want us to be independent. You get to stay at home, and maybe it's healthier for you. The company will pay your health insurance for you to stay at home. Raise your kids. You don't, stay at home so you could take care of your kids and work at the same time. It might be distracting, but so today I would like to focus on overages. Overages. Let's say it together. Overages. Overages. What is it? So I'm currently looking at somebody that wants to help me. I want to help myself, and she'll pay me a percentage. She'll find these people that are owed $10,000, I have to call them up and say, "You're owed money. Do you want the money?" So she checks the court records. The county sell houses that are taken away from people, and they make a profit over what the people owe in taxes. That's called an overage. And I get to call them again. I just said this. Hey, guess what? You're owed money. How do they say this? Yeah. Fill out these forms. I provide forms for them, and then we'll go get the money for you and send you a check. It's called overages. Overages, overages, overages. That's the subject is today, and it's an occupation. What she does, what my boss does, is call every county and find out, get these lists of people that are owed money. She gives me the list, and I get some of what she gets. She'll give me a percentage of what she's going to make. It's a fair deal. It's a real job. It could make me $50,000, $100,000 or more a year. It's going to take time, and she's going to train me in how to do this. And a nice lady from Texas, and just like any job, you're going to take time to learn how to do it, learn how to do it right. So that's what I'm doing. So overages, overages, overages. Type in overages in the Google box. I call it. Google it. Overages. Overages. And that's what I'm doing. So until next week, that's the end of the show. I introduce you to an occupation, something you may not have thought about before, but something lucrative, something you can do as a side hustle, and you can do it as a gig, or you can do it full time. Don't forget, look up part-time jobs. Nothing is necessarily full-time, right? There's a lot of good part-time jobs that pay full-time money. So start focusing on part-time. Don't overlook the fact part-time doesn't mean part-time money or temporary. Part-time doesn't mean temporary. Part-time doesn't mean small. Part-time doesn't mean small amount of time, so small amount of money. No. Some of these part-time gigs pay a lot of money. So don't, when you're searching, look up part-time. Part-time can turn to full-time. Part-time can turn to full-time. So don't overlook part-time. Okay? Some money is better than no money. All right, for the show until next week, this is Tim Torosian with Blue Collar Crypto. It's been my pleasure to be your host, along with my co-hosts and hostesses. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, Tim, are you going to be on at 5:30 today? Oh, all right. Well, we are all set for Tim at 5:30 Central, as we are every Sunday. I'll check with him sidebar to the end of the show to get everything in alignment with Emily Gomery here, and we'll check in. We'll have Emily check in with Neil Weber to see if Neil Weber is going to be coming on to that 5:30 slot, because we do 2 shows of Blue Collar Crypto every Sunday here at the Worldability Podcast Network. And we've got a lot of other shows that take place throughout the week. And we just were having meetings about a couple more shows that are due to come on the platform. So we're excited for all of that. So tomorrow, Monday, we have our Mission Monday podcast with Project DieHard. And so my wife Sue and I are ambassadors with Project DieHard, combating veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans. So you can tune into that through the networks as well. And we also are appreciating our Tuesday shows of SB Bridge Show and with World of Pets podcast, Wednesdays Mastery of Connection, followed by Who Cares. And then we have in the evening, we have Ability MK Now and the TDC Today Community Show. And we have the first and third Thursdays is World of Wealth with Coach K. And Fridays, We have Revolutionize Your Marketing, and we have on a couple times a month. We have with Paige Spears, a better um, choose choose better health podcast, and then Saturdays Emily Gomer's feature show World of Ability podcast. So there you go. That's the work we have going here. We hope for all of you blue collar workers out there that this has been a valuable message and worthwhile live streaming for you. And stay tuned. We have stuff all throughout the week, every week, including at noon central. Every day we do the 12 o'clock shakedown, 15 minutes of music and motion on your mark with Mark Laufenberg. And then at half past the hour, we have the Shakedown Social, Meet New Friends. So there we go. We're trying to do everything we can here to give you tons of value and things that we fit right into your life. Everybody out there in the demographic of being a blue collar worker, thanks for everything you do. And you are the true fabric of the USA and all places around the world, all nations globally. So this is the World Ability Podcast Network closing out for Blue Collar Crypto Show. I'm Kurt Roskoff. Please be co-hosting this with Tim Torosian. And again, we have Emily Gomer in the background, taking care of all the controls as our podcast assistant. Thank you, Emily. Bye for now.